King Mark here, and welcome to Path of Destinies. Last we left off, we finally unlocked a truth about the Iblis Stone, discovering that it can corrupt anyone who uses it. Thankfully, we kinda had... Well, we killed Zenobia to get it, and listened to the voices. Well, to listen to the voices of the dead. Which is kind of ironic given the fact that Lapino is technically a traitor and he died in that one. Now, what exactly must we do now? Well, we have one last truth to get. And, thanks to my friend Titan Vice Grip, I know of one way to get it. Granted, it will probably end up killing us. Probably. But I know how to do it.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
As much as I hate to admit it, the way that my friend Titan described it, we gotta go and rescue this dirtbag. Can't we just kill him with the Iblis Stone like we did the last time? No. No, we cannot.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own.
Yeah, skip it, then we already know this. Any news lately? Recent gaming news? The Nintendo Switch is out. So is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Admittedly, I saw the first part of it through Rabbit Luigi, but I'm gonna say this right now, I'm gonna definitely try running it and see how it goes. It looks huge. Daunting. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna do it. Will I get the Nintendo Switch? Okay. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Granted, the Switch itself looks like an amazing console, and the fact that I can play Skyrim whenever I want sounds awesome. There's a bit of a catch. The whole, you know, trading over the Wii U for this. I still have my old Wii U. I mean, granted, I don't really play it that much. I mean, I still have Shovel Knight on that thing.
Apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen the winged horse. He'd only sold it. But, wait. Where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
But,
Why
yeah.
would anyone put his slinky collection in a strongbox, thought Renato. Any magic slinkies? Oh, there was something else.
I love the dialogue, how it evolves every time you play this game. Like, it doesn't stay the same. I like that. I mean, it really shows that the whole, yeah, about the Wii U, yeah, it sucks. I won't lie. Me and my friends barely played it. I mean, I still have Bayonetta 2 on that thing, but, like, I mean, like, the Wii didn't sell all that great, but in all honesty, it still had, like, great games on it, like, Bayonetta 2, like, it had Bayonetta 2 on it. I mean, that's one of the good games. Smash 4, Shovel Knight, even though that's a...
Odd. Renato had been here, at this exact place, at this exact time. But this time, there were so many more Ravens.
But It's more
Renato
like...
thought of the Iblis stone and shivered. He had no business messing with ancient, cruel artifacts. What he needed was his friends around him. Clear eyes, full heart, and happy.
Oh, I could have just done that.
Renato couldn't wait to find a workbench.
Okay, admittedly, that actually sounds like a smart one to use. Oh no, I already have physical resistance, never mind. Okay, the Wii U, I know it didn't sell all that well. I know for a fact it was a bit of a it was a great system, don't get me wrong. But the Switch, it's got like a lot more properties to it. I mean, like, the ability to go anywhere, the ability to play any game that you can, like Skyrim. I wonder if it'll include the mod support. And I hope that Nintendo, I mean, granted, like, I really hope Nintendo decides, you know what? Let's let these guys like have. Let's do what Xbox did, like with the mods.
He could
have free
learn
reign.
new skills. If only he'd take the time to figure out which.
Let's go with. Let's try defensive reflexes and attack reflexes. Yeah, we're gonna be bending time now. But yeah, I mean, like the Switch has like a lot of great games for it, and don't get me wrong, I would love to get it. It's just A, the pricing tag, B, the honest to God fact that I still have my Wii U, but there are like hasn't been any games that have been like great games that have been confirmed. I mean, like Breath of the Wild's one of them, yeah, I guess, right?
Kill the rebel! Caught one, Raven. Eat the rebel!
But like,
Caught another.
it's less about that and more about like how the heck am I gonna like do this? I mean, like, how do I explain this? It's like the game's on the Switch. I mean, granted, I know they're bringing back GameCube games. Don't get me wrong, I love the GameCube. I really love the GameCube, but it might take a bit more than just that. Plus, there's the subscription fee. Granted, I know the first few months of the Wii U's life the Switch's life will not have the subscription fee, but in all honesty, considering the fact that there is going to be one, I'm wondering about the price tag for it. Because I have PlayStation. I can stream on this thing. And if I were to stream, I'd have to... It would be a bit awkward, you're having like... I mean, like, okay, granted, I can kind of see, like, the benefits for it, but... How do I explain, It's, I guess it's more like the fact that, oh boy. Like, if I would have seen Nintendo games on it, I would have... And if I like were decided to, go on ahead and, put them on YouTube,
would betray him. But now Renato knew that. What would Lapino do if he knew that Lapino was going to betray him? Well, he'd concoct some crazy scheme, wouldn't he? That used Lapino's betrayal against him, and it would blow up in space. Yeah. Maybe he was overthinking this. Well, that would be a first.
Interesting. Dear Zenobia, how are you enjoying the academy? New friends must already be flocking around you, no doubt. Here in the palace, things are the same. I have much time to dedicate to my special hobby. I have been collaborating with Professor Calaveras and his team of experts to investigate the nature of the islands. My gut is telling me that the islands are alive. I think they have a will of their own. Do you hear me, daughter? Our world could be more than floating masses of rock and water. Professor Calaveras and his boys have made measurements. The islands are drifting. Surrounded by the endless sky, it is difficult to notice, but through carefully measurements of the wind over long periods of time, they are certain the islands are moving westward. But where to? It may take centuries, millennia, to reach the destination. I have this strange idea. What if the islands are some sort of herd, and that they are deliberately searching for another herd of islands? Can you imagine? New islands with their own inhabitants. The thought that we may not be alone. If only I could live long enough to witness the event. With love, Father. Okay, I'm gonna admit that's actually a pretty interesting idea. If the islands are indeed heard and they're all moving to something, that would mean that that would be like huge ramifications for everything. Like, not just from a standpoint of like meeting other people from other islands, but it would also mean like and stuff. Would be kind of cool, but it would probably also be like the Indians in Columbus. So who'd be the Indians? And here's the traitorous dirtbag now.
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, see, this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia.
We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer, and oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Let's go pay a call to Zenobia.
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Renato's best friend in Sword Fu school. And you're still mad for her, the rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never told him who she really was.
She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the Master Spy.
She won't give them up easily.
She'll tell the interrogators, all right,
said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
I'm debating whether or not to extend this to try to get all the endings, or just, just to like, just get to the truth and just be like, make this a short little Let's Play. I'm debating on that because you get to see all the funny ass endings this game has, and believe me, it's hilarious.
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
He's got a point. I kind of wish we could see a little bit more about the world of Boreas. I'm thinking some. But other gaming news. Ooh, what to say more? Where do I go from here? I talked about the Nintendo Switch. Oh, Destiny. My friends and I all recently got word about Destiny.
This was the nice part of town, but the ravens had been through here. They like to take shiny things home to their nests.
But yeah, Destiny recently announced the Age of Triumph, which, from what Rick Axis and everyone, including my friends and I, are all thinking, they're bringing back the old raids. Does that mean we're going to be able to play Vault of Glass revamped? And if so, like, how would that go, really? I mean,
Big eyes you have.
how do I gotta kill this guy first? Good night. You ain't coming back from that. But yeah, revamping the Vault of Glass. We won't know anything until next week. Does this excite me? Oh, you bet your sweet ass it does.
Quite enough, thought Renato.
Okay, just need a lot more ore to upgrade this to rank 3, to the final rank. I really using the abilities of these things. Yeah, I think I will. But revamping the Vault of Glass again, that would be really great. Because that would mean we would get access to the vault again. We could maybe see what they're doing.
Shiny, smooth, curved with leather, buckles, and kind of smelled, you know what? Never mind. Yes, there was also ore and other useful stuff. Let's focus on that, shall we?
I love the narrator. It reminds me of Logan Cunningham, who played Rux in Bastion. He's awesome. But yeah, Vault of Glass. I would love.
Lupino urging him to capture Zenobia. Obviously, it was a trap. But you never knew how Lupino thought. Sometimes his plans were so convoluted they did the exact opposite to what Lupino wanted. Yeah, there must be some way to play on that, Bernardo thought.
Maybe there is. If I remember reading up a guide about this, I think I know how we can do it.
They didn't want their things broken. They really ought to make them stronger.
I think I know how we can do it. It might be crazy. It might also get us killed. If we don't follow Lupino's convoluted plan and just go and get the extra loot and stuff, it might work. Keyword being might. But yeah, anyway, oh boy. Destiny 2. They actually announced some, and that basically means our classes, our race, our appearance, our cosmetic stuff, that all carries over. Our armor sadly does not, our armor and weapons sadly do not. But hey, this is useful.
So, what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lupino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lupino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renardo hiding inside a monstrous watermelon.
What could possibly go wrong? Thought Renardo.
Okay, I'm definitely trying to remember this. I remember reading up a guide, and it said that there was one way to get Zenobia's ending. Oh, no, wait. That was for another Lupino ending. Hang on. No, let's go with his harebrained scheme. Because I think if we don't go with it, it might end up screwing with us.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, said Lupino, as he ran to go set up his marvelous plan.
I definitely feel that it was the plan that has to be done. Might sound completely crazy, but it might just work. And it did, remember? The first Latino and then we got had his plan actually go through with it. But yeah, Destiny 2, like they said they're gonna have like things to be proof that you did accomplish these things, like, you know, killing Oryx, completing the Vault of Glass, being level 20 while also using the Black Garden. It sounds interesting enough, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually worked. Oh.
Renardo felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Lupino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Renardo jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat.
Renardo, she said. Are those new scars? They look good on you. You never returned my velvet jacket. It was my favorite. You look stupid in velvet. Oh, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two, said Lupino.
But the fleet was coming on fast, so they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east, over the Nexus.
She'd vanished from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye.
without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lapina was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows things. She recognized his look. You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you? She said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Renato saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. Cats always land on their feet. Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost, yelled Lapino. You have to catch her.
Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Especially since we have to take her to the interrogators. But yeah. And honestly, I'm curious. Like, I'm really curious because if the cosmetic options are going to be available, like what are they going to have? Rick Axis mentioned he wouldn't mind seeing, you know, emblems and shaders that you can get if you did certain things in Destiny
Cats
1.
can run faster, but foxes can run
And
longer.
honestly, I can understand the reasoning for it. I mean, like, having,
minions at the outpost. Well, he did love a good chase.
having, like, a emblem that shows that you beat Atheon, I think on hard mode, we still have to do that, I realized. My friends and I, we still have to do that. We still have to beat Atheon on hard mode. I mean, we beat Crota on hard mode. Oh god, all the explosions. I can't wait to try out the rest of the stuff, but I mean, I'm one of the only few people who beat Oryx on hard mode of our group, and after that, I just swore never to go after Oryx ever again. It was mostly that's my PTSD of every time we mention Oryx. I'm like, nope,
Maybe.
nope.
I should follow my nose, thought Renato.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my friend Dust would love to go back to it again, but my friends already beat Oryx again on I think on hard, but I think even they agreed they don't want to go near him again. Citing the people that we were with at the time, they were with at the time, it didn't go well. Granted, I can honestly understand the reasoning behind it, and after being one of the few people who fought and murdered Oryx on hard mode, that took me 3 days to kill him. And that was during the final stretch of the game before Rise of Iron came out. I don't even want to discuss what I had to do to finally kill him. It was arduous. Will I assist my friends? Yeah, depending on my health. I've kind of been having these headaches lately. Huh. Sweet. Maybe I gotta fix the
He was
flavor of this
closing up.
place.
He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe he could talk to her. But, after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his.
Yeah, he's not. The narrator ain't wrong there. Not yet. We just need 25 more. 25 more and we got this. Now, as for the whole Destiny 2 becoming like something of an MMO, I would not mind that, because it would at least make it a lot more fun. Here's hoping you get to see the Grimoire cards in-game rather than, you know... Good night. Get over here. That was awesome.
Bernardo reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, she didn't even try to run. Oh, you left without saying goodbye. Again, he said, please. I'm enjoying this a little too much.
she said, shaken. Oh, spare us the chit-chat, would you? Said Lapino as he shackled her hands so she couldn't throw spells. She knows all his plans. All the way back to the Farfarer, Lapino nagged Renato about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia in the imminent battle. All they had to do was take her to the rebel secret base. Renato didn't like to think about what the interrogators would do to her. Couldn't he just talk to her?
Well, granted, we never did this part, but let's at least win this war. The thing the interrogators would do to her, the thought made Renato shudder. It was necessary so they could win the war. Yes, he would take Zenobia to the secret Ripple base.
As they reached the ruins, Renato could see ravens everywhere, searching for the rebel base. They'd have to hide the Farfarer or go on foot. What if we get separated? Asked Lapino, for once thinking ahead. I'll show you a map to the base. Renato told Lapino. Renato, don't do this, said Zenobia. We were friends once. We... Shut it, witch, or I'll shackle your mouth too, said Lapino. See? Renato thought. There was no way Lapino was working for the Empire. He really hated Zenobia. And then, a few moments later, they touched down.
Alright, I wonder if today's... sorry about that. I wonder if today's gonna be the D&D game. I mean, my friend, one of our friends who's, in our game is doing a little picture of all of our characters. He needs to give a rough picture of what my guy would look like. I mean, he's a dragonborn monk, so I think I might have a decent idea about his outfit. Oh, we've never been here before.
As Lapino pulled Zenobia off the Farfarer, Renato readied himself for the battle ahead. I'm sorry I nicked your jacket, she said. It's just... Oh, God. It's stupid, but... It smelled like you. What? He said, confused. Then... Why didn't you write? Why didn't you far speak? Oh, save the romantic nostalgia. Let's go! Shrieked Lapino. So Renato launched himself down the path to the secret base.
Okay, we have never been here before, so this is gonna be all new. So this is the rebel base, huh?
This chest contained a Vorpal sword. I'm just kidding. Vorpal swords don't exist.
Well, granted, it was a sword that was able to slay the Jabberwock with it. At least according to that old story I remember reading up. And a little bit of Fate Extra. But yeah, you know, like other than that, like, you know, other than that, I mean, like... Ooh, sweet.
Think of all the artisans he was creating employment for. Truly, he was a job creator.
Or a job killer, considering we murder all the Imperials. Now, we have never done this area before, so bear with me here. This whole place is new. I'm really glad though for the narrator. I mean, he makes this game less wooden. He makes it fun. So close. So close. If we can get all the swords upgraded this time, maybe we have a chance.
I wonder what happens if I go that way.
Well, let's see. But yeah, like, our D&D group is really fun. Granted, I had a little bit of, apprehension the first time around. Considering the fact that it was like our first D&D group and, you know, Gus wasn't here, but I got over it. Most of the red chests now are gonna just drop health. So there really isn't much of a need for them. I mean, I just usually keep imagining that you can get some sweet ore to upgrade your weapons with, but after that, like,
There was a
really much to
sign.
upgrade.
Take the goat across first.
Like, go to cross... oh, I think it's like a logic puzzle, I remember. Like, in gym class, like, growing up, like, we always did, like, these little logic puzzles. We would try to, like, get something across the floor. As a kid, you know, I always believed it. I was an idiot. But, yeah. I was the lovable idiot. Okay, not really lovable, yeah, I was mostly the annoying one, but, hey, what can you do? Alright. Time we go down here. Yeah. Yeah, time to murder these guys. It's ironic, I didn't even kill that last guy.
They caught their breath. It's beautiful, she said, looking at the ruins. This used to be the library of Ubar, he said. Before your father's ravens smashed it. Do we have to talk politics? She asked. That's not how I want to remember you, she said with an odd, wistful look at her face. She was as beautiful as she'd ever been, and as brave. Peppino huffed. They got back on the trail.
And... yes. Oh, there's gotta be something around here. Guess we can't go that way. Through the library. Oh shit. No, no, no. Crap. Wait, can I? Okay. Dead.
Boy, if looks could kill.
And let's get the last one here. Yeah. The Library of Ubar. I wonder why the Emperor smashed this place. Whoa. Mandatory stealth section. How I despise you. Kind of like how most people despise the chapter 13 in Final Fantasy 15 because of that long ass stealth section. Like a lot of people hated that.
Open, says me.
Like a lot of people hated it.
The long
Wow.
stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Yeah, how long will that be until freaking Lapino decides to sell out? I give it maybe 10 minutes top. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn's out. I think so. Why don't you try getting it? I mean, I'll definitely tell you don't get it.
Whoa, personal space?
Nice. Here we go. And they open. But let's take care of a little something here. I mean, you know, like Horizon Zero Dawn is like an awesome game. Don't get me wrong. Breath of the Wild is also an awesome game. Sorry, had something in my throat. I'll try to rent Breath of the Wild for the Wii U. I already explained my reasoning for the Switch. There it is.
As they made their way to the secret rebel base, Renata felt strange. Zenobia was his prisoner, yet somehow she felt more like an old friend. He wanted to tell her all his secrets, but suddenly the ruins lit up with thousands of fireworks. There was a thunderous roar and dust rose. The caves were collapsing. The caves! He said, and he stared at Zenobia.
I'm sorry, she said, and she seemed almost embarrassed. Then, everything went dark.
When Renato came to, he had a terrible headache. Also, Zenobia's sword was at his throat. And her shackles were gone. So was Lupino. The terrible thing is, he said, I really have missed you. Now that we've destroyed the rebellion, would you consider becoming an advisor to the Emperor's daughter?
Do it.
No one's a servant. Everybody serves. Even if it's only destiny. I like to choose my own destinies, he said.
The whole point of a destiny is you can't choose. Oh, never mind, she said. Look, if I see you again, I'll have to kill you.
He watched her ship soar away. He would see her again, he decided. Even if he had to fight his way across the entire fleet.
Well, shit. I have a feeling Zenobia didn't do it. I think it was Lupino. I mean, could it have been Zenobia? Oh boy, I hope this one didn't screw me over. Okay, this isn't new.
The Imperial fleet was cleaning up the few rebel remnants. For only a moment, he thought about running.
But heroes don't run, even when the world is against them. Even when their cause is hopeless, and their efforts futile, and pointless, and useless, and death painful and guaranteed. He's decided to stop thinking for a while.
Smart. Very smart, man. Kill the Emperor. Oh boy. Looks like we actually have to do it. But we don't have rebel support. I mean, we had the entire Sky Ripper. We could have taken it to the rebel base and see where it goes from there. But I highly doubt that'll work. But let's skip through most of this crap and go straight to the fortress.
He hadn't noticed that path before.
Great, we lost the rebel base and now pretty much everything's going on. Oh no, I hate that. Oh, this sucks. Oh, sweet energy. But will I run Horizon Zero Dawn and Stories Path of Destinies? I'm gonna see where that goes. Oh god, everything is slowing down. This is both cool and kind of terrifying. Move. Most. Ah, there we go. That was weird. This is just the way to get to a shortcut through this level. Looks like we have to kill the Emperor. But
Renato's
I think we've
arm
unlocked
was
more of the
sore,
truth.
His armor wet with raven blood. He was tired of death. But death was not yet tired of him. The rebels were losing. Badly. In some other universe, Renato thought, he and Zenobia had left Sword Fu School together, taken other names and sailed off into the mists. Not this Zenobia, and not him. For him, there was nothing to do but forge ahead. Kill the Emperor and end this.
Holy crap. That was beautiful. I have heard about this game recently.
Really needed a roof.
I have actually heard about this game a bit ago called what's it called? Age of Decadence. It's in a low fantasy world that you basically have that's like insanely difficult. But on the plus side, it's also very rewarding and challenging. It's like a really true RPG, from what I heard. I mean, like, it's difficult. It was on sale. I don't know if it still is, but it got on my radar. Seems like something I can try. Right. Whoa. I like this part. Okay, what else to think about? I guess we can talk about, like Age of Decadence a bit more. I mean, that game's fun. It looks like fun. It's a turn-based game.
Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
I doubt it, man. I really do. Will I continue playing the game, or will I just go gun straight for the true ending? I'm gonna try seeing about maybe doing some of the other endings, or maybe going for the true ending. What should I go with? I do not know. Yeah, I'll just decide when I want to go with it. So then I could just, you know, play the rest of the game and then just see where it goes from there. That raven mouth is so cool. Now let's see what this does.
At last, he reached the Emperor's ship.
She's no Carmelita.
Was there. Why'd you have to come back? She said. Guess I'm just serving my destiny. He shrugged. You don't even know what that word means. She said. Do you ever wonder if things have been different all the time? She said, and drew her sword. In the end, Reynardo lay bleeding out on the deck. Zenobia sat by his side, upset. What are you so upset about? He asked. You wouldn't understand. Why? Why didn't you tell me you were going to leave school? I was afraid you'd convince me not to. I guess I'll have to buy you a drink in the halls of the Valiant then, he told her. And then he was gone. He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up. Like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
Yes. And with that, walking the cat. We rescued Lupino, we found Zenobia, we accepted Lupino's plan, and take Zenobia to interrogators. Zenobia was the Mad Emperor's daughter and his greatest general. Interrogating her could expose enemy secrets and turn the tides of the war. So Reynardo and Lupino set out to capture her, and against all odds, expectations succeeded. So little did Reynardo know that her capture was a ploy by the Empire to find out the location of the secret rebel base and destroy it. He took Zenobia to the interrogators, and all hell broke loose. Swearing vengeance, Reynardo chased after Zenobia. He unfortunately was no match for her, and with a hint of sadness, she killed the fox. A hero doesn't run, even when the whole world is against them. Yeah, you die in a blaze of frickin' glory. But we learned the final truth. Zenobia has feelings for Reynardo. And that's all the truths we need. We now have all 4 pieces to finally unlock the true ending. Contemplating about doing that one actually, but brightness, effects volume, show high, controls, credits. I know there was a way we could actually unlock the true ending, but I forgot how to unlock it. We could flounder our way through, or if we wanted to, we could go into the options menu next time I'm here and unlock the thing that shows us how to get the true ending. Food for thought. But anyway, I'm Dragon King Mark. And this has been This has been part 5 of Stories, The Path of Destinies. Next time, we might continue checking out some more of the stories, or we might honestly go for the true ending. I don't know which we should go for, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Leave a like, comment, and leave a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel. I stream every Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes, occasionally, if something huge happens, I might do a surprise stream. And I will see you all, I guess, tomorrow. Hope to see you guys then. Laters.